It's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach, and it's Real Talk Monday. Have you ever heard the joke? It's a T-shirt, whatever. Anyway, and it said, "I went to the dentist, and he says I need a crown." Well, duh. Of course I do, my princess. I think that's funny, but there's a lot of truth to it. If you only realized how many ways that God refers to you throughout the Bible, and one is a princess, that you're a princess. And if you're part of the royal family, Christ, why would you settle for anything less than God's best for you in your life? Ladies, I'm going to be very real with you and direct, and God laid this on my heart. A lot of times, maybe love didn't work out, and you're getting older, and you're like, man, I ain't getting any younger. I'll just take what I can get. Don't do that. You're going to be miserable. But for some reason, your entire life, Satan has told you lies about yourself, that you're ugly, you're not worthy to be loved. And so what do? Marry the first guy that comes along. That's called settling. Don't do that. I would encourage you, young or old, to write out on a piece of paper the kind of man that you are looking for. The kind of man that you would want in your life. The kind of man that leads you to God, not away from God. Because here's reality. We're all going to grow old. And maybe you wanted this good-looking, rich guy. But as we get older, we change. And I was asked when I was 40 what love was. And I did not know the answer. God is love. Love is not a feeling. Love is a choice. You get up every day and you choose to love your wife. You choose to love your husband, your fiance, your boyfriend, whatever the case may be. But a lot of times you just settle because you think that's the best that you can do. Maybe you want good time Charlie, man, that will go out drinking, dancing, partying. But my question is this, as life goes on and you grow older together and sickness sets in, as it does a lot of times, will he still love you for better or for worse, richer or poor, in sickness and in health? That's the kind of man that you're looking for. The kind of man that if you've been married before, when you have children, that sets the ultimate example of a way a lady should be treated. Because your daughter and your son is watching. Again, you look at Tim Tebow, he waited till he got married. And he wasn't just going to settle. But I just want to encourage you to seek what we call Proverbs 31 type lady. You want a man to grow old with that will be there for you, that will encourage you in your dreams, support you, love you during the meltdowns, during the good times, the sad times, having moments. A man that says, hey, I'm not going nowhere. Okay? And you don't need to apologize. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. So that is a man of integrity. I will leave you with this story. A senior care facility I used to go in weekly. And there was a lady had a massive stroke, and she sat in a wheelchair and she couldn't speak. And her left arm was always in a kind of a 90-degree position. Every day her husband brought their chihuahua, and he would set it in her arm, and he was a mean chihuahua. Nobody was going to get around his wife. But he would brush her hair every day. You want a man that will tell you every day he loves you. Not say it once and say, if I change my mind, I'll tell you, but just remember I love you. A person that wants you to grow spiritually, that is a man. He can still be John Wayne, but he can be Jesus as well. Never settle less for less than what God has intended for you. But you need to realize and be honest with yourself of the kind of man you're looking for. The kind of man that God would approve of. And your daddy. And your mama. It's Rick with the Rock Bottom Outreach. It's been Real Talk Monday. Go be the princess that you are. And yes, you deserve a crown.